Well, good afternoon. My name is Reverend Mary Ellen Cassey, and I'm the Associate Minister here at CSL on the Lake. My talk today is Pruning to Peace. I'm an avid gardener who prays the land. One has to trim the grass if they have any, and manicure the yards, as well as the bushes, trees, and deadhead flowers, etc. Today, I'm speaking of manicuring and transforming oneself. In this case, myself. Over the last 4 years, I was presented with challenges, or what I call opportunities for expansion. I was diagnosed with PTSD after my granddaughter's sudden death in 2019. This was brand new for me to discover, experience, uncover, and recover myself. Gifts that can come from grieving a life. My life experience has taught me the answers are always within me, not outside of me. We teach this in Science of Mind. As well, I can share, there's no magic wand. However, I have my word. It's powerful and I use it. My word is more powerful than anyone. I will share with you today a practice I have done for the past 20 years. It was called the Examine when I began, and it merged into an inquiry process, which I love and practice. I use a journal to do this as one of my sacred practices. It is always about getting to know me. How well do you know you? I'm going to share with you about my losses. Jocelyn passed in 2019. Then along came the great pause. Some call it the global epidemic. With the effects of the vaccine in that regard, I have been diagnosed with a medical ailment now. And one of my biggest losses was losing my son 24 years ago to an institution. I am only announcing that since that became part of my ministry, where I work with mothers and families of prisoners who have been incarcerated. Now, going back to the gardening scene for myself, where I pray the land, I live in principles, and I follow our sacred practices of Science of Mind. I'm sure you practiced some along the way, such as visualization, gratefulness, meditating, and perhaps some courses here at the center. I have been looking at disturbances and distractions, treating them like weeds in my everyday living. It helps to turn the volume of the inner critic down. I garden, I pray the land. Every day I'm creating new landscapes for me, an interior design. One can imagine I faced challenges during these periods of adjustments, as I call them, such as isolation, which many people suffered from, the lack of friends and connection during what was called a global epidemic. I reframed it. I named it the Great Pause. This is when I did a great deal of my own personal work. I had mentors and a sponsor through ministry, and I worked with my patrons. I provided service which helped cushion the absence of family and friends. Now you've just heard Daniel Nahmod's song. This is what started me on a healing path. I listened to that song for days and years. It brought me peace and comforted me deeply. I had to get ready. I had to ready my soul. I was diving deep into my life. I wanted to find that deep kindness of love and that sweet kindness of life. So I got ready and I readied my soul. It is from my heart that comes the healing power of God. Cultivating my heart is what I practiced to get to where I am today. Being kind and tender with myself, finding love and peace that lies within one's heart. Interior decorating began. I stripped naked. It is never too late to know oneself. I began a course of action. How does it feel to be me? Not pleasing or shaping up in any manner. I had to let go to become me. When in doubt, I turned to the word cosmos. I was never alone on my journey. I had a friend. Yes, cosmos, my indwelling presence, my secret source. I found light for my heart, and my critical self-judgments fell away. I was growing. I found balance. I discovered that I loved myself. I am liberated. I now experience peace and calm. Physically, with spirit frustration caused my heart to contract. Anxiety caused my body to shake. These emotions and causes are aggravated by frustration and fear. As a gardener, landscaping, I learned that I did not have to teach the seed to grow. It grows because of what it is, just like me. I'm sure you will find your own authentic way. Wisdom is knowing what is. What is not. God is. God is a consciousness of unity. I am pruned and perfected by my faith. I realize the importance of self-reflection. I like to use the word inquiry. I've prepared some questions to share with you. Journaling as a sacred healing practice. I use this daily. I reflect on my life daily, morning and evening. In the morning, one sets the tone for the day. There's no perfect answers. The first question is, what is the most important thing you have to do today? As an example, I could go for a walk without my phone. You'll have your answers. What is the one thing you deeply appreciate about your life? In this question, too, try to connect with how you felt. Connect with what emotion you might be having at the moment. Question 3 is, what quality do I want to show the world today? This question is about taking action. Is your mind blank? What comes up? You learn about yourself regularly and intentionally, deciding what to do, how you want to be in the world today. Perhaps you want the quality of patience. I'm sure you'll come up with the right answer for you. In the evening, one reflects on their day and learns about themselves. These exercises only need 5 minutes of your time. This is a powerful ritual assessing one's day, all about self-reflection and discovery. Question 1 is, well, what went well today? Question 2, what can I do differently tomorrow? Perhaps I'll go to bed earlier. I may become more self-aware. These are just my little hints for you. Question 3, what did I do for someone else today? I know when I'm on the highway and it's frustrating driving, there are times I let a car go in front of me without an upset. Or I might help someone that needs walking to their car. You'll find your own practice, and they differ every day. Just allow whatever to pop up for you. Through practice, I make better choices for myself, perhaps even acts of kindness. I smile at everyone. How are you going to bring this sacred journaling practice into your life? I learned this and healed through the hurt, grief, and hopelessness, and the tears that taught me. I became radiance revealed. Love heals. Love to you. And as we ready ourselves for meditation, if you're comfortable, feel free to close your eyes. Keep them open. It matters not. It's entirely up to you. The meditation today is called Personal Peace. The purpose of affirmative prayer and meditation is to unite your mind with the divine presence, to identify yourself with this thing called life, with the power greater than you are, and with the law of good. Let's take this thought into your meditation today, and in whatsoever house you enter, first say, peace be to this house. Realize that that house that you enter means everywhere you go. And the occupants of this house represent everyone you meet. Peace is the power in the heart of God. I recognize this peace in which I live as being closer to me than my very breath, nearer than my hands and feet. There is a calm and a peace at the center of my being and at the center of everyone's being. There is a confidence and a joy at the center of everything. It is this peace, this joy, this confidence that I meet in every person I contact. I bring joy to everyone I meet. And my peace and my joy make their peace joyful. There is a law of good governing my life, which automatically draws me to people and circumstances that make life full, complete, and happy. This happiness I bring to others is, and this same happiness I receive from them. It is my desire that everything I do, say, and think will bless everyone and everything I contact. And even as I desire this blessing for others, I receive it back into myself. To the presence that knows all things and that can do all things be love and joy, wisdom and power, both now and forever. And so it is. Amen.